Hey, have you subscribed yet? You should subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, here's a little bit of like, let's do this. We're gonna be giving away a pair of VANS snowboard boots in the comment section. Someone at random will be drawn through some sort of AI raffle thing, and someone's gonna get selected to take home one of 3 pairs of these new VANS boots. Either the Verse, the Infuse, or the Luna Pro. So comment below for your chance to win, and make sure you subscribe, like, follow. Thank you. Cheers. All the best.
What's up?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the program.
Welcome to the first airtime boot review, or any review. We're doing it because there's a lot of people on the internet that are doing reviews, that are doing product videos, especially in action sports, snowboarding specifically, that in my eyes just don't have the credential. You know, there's a lot of people that are beginners that are running these channels and are trying to educate people, but who wants to get educated by a beginner? I know I don't, so I thought that I would do a product review on a couple different boots that I really like from VANS and go over their features, the price point, the stiffness of these boots, and hopefully by the end of this video you'll know which snowboard boot is best suited for you. My name's Jody Wachniak, the host of Airtime Podcast. Airtime in the grand scheme of things is just a snowboard brand. I've been snowboarding for 25 years, professional for the last 18, and the reason why I add that is just to build a little bit of trust between you and me, and so that when you kind of are like, who is this guy to be talking about snowboard boots? It's like I do have a lot of hours logged. I've fallen, I've ragdolled viciously through the mountains and the park and in the streets, and I've also landed a couple times, which got me to where I am today. Airtime is a sweet little community we got going on here, so if you love snowboarding, make sure you're following along because we're doing a lot of cool things, whether it's the podcast, whether it's Airtime TV, which is snowboard videos. If you're older, it's kind of like 411, but a new version. Trick tips, traveling, going to all the contests, X Games, going behind the scenes with all the different crews. Follow along, and hopefully you'll get excited to go snowboard. That's what this channel's about, snowboarding. All right, people. Okay, we got 3 different boots here. We got the Verse, we got the Infuse, and we got the Luna Pro. The first boot we're going to talk about is the Infuse. Who is the Infuse built for? It's built for somebody who likes to do everything and anything, and they're intermediate to advanced to expert level. The beginners, I would say that there's a lot of other cheaper options on the market, and if you'd like to explore those, hit me in the comments. If you're a beginner, off the top of my head, the High Standard or the High Standard Pro. There's also a nice pair of Dylan Ojo boots on the market. Absolute legend, rest in peace. And if you're looking for something a little bit more playful, you only like riding rope toe or rails, I would recommend that boot. If you want to be big mountain and the park and pillows, somebody who, let's say, lives in Mammoth or in Whistler or in Lax, somewhere where they can ride all the different terrains and they want something that's going to last. This is a high performance snowboard boot right here. And the reason why these are high performance is you get a lot of power from these boots because they come with a lot of customization. My pro tip is I would downsize half a size. You don't need to if you have a bulkier foot, but I have a size 9 foot. It's a little bit more like slim. My ankle's a little bit tighter. I like to go down a half size in the VANS, and yeah, they're a little bit snug at the beginning, but with the heat moldable liner, they tend to pack out a little bit. Half a size is standard for any snowboard boot. All right, let's talk about the fit and the lacing on this boot. It's a hybrid snowboard boot. You got laces, you got the boa, and you got the power cuff strap. Your foot slides in, you take this little liner right here, you hook it in on the left and the right sides, and you can see it locks it in there with the Velcro. Then you tighten up this little thingamajigger right here, and this right here locks in the liner to the boot, so it makes it one, you know what I mean? It's got a nice little bond. Then you take this little dangler right here, and then you tighten it. Then you're going to start with this boa. Tighten all the way, lock your ankle in place. And the reason why you want to lock your ankle in place is so you get no heel lift. It happens typically when you go onto your toe edge and it's brutal. And the X cage on the V3 liner helps lock in your ankle. What seals the deal, the BOA. You always want that ankle secured. So I personally really like a locked in ankle. Everything above the ankle, that's when you want to customize it. Dude, these things are incredible now. They don't break. If they do pop out, they pop right back in. There's also this like little plastic piece right here that acts like a ramp. So if anything hits this plastic piece, it airs over the BOA. So you don't break your BOA, which is great. Obviously, every once in a while, something can happen. That's just called life. And when it does, bring it into your local shop. Bring in a 6-pack of beer, and they'll probably sort you out. For me, no issues. None. Then you tighten up your laces, depending on how thick your calf and how wide everything is on your tree trunk there. And then you take this power cuff, depending on the day. Bingo, bongo. You're going to go pow surfing for the day? You don't really need it. If you're going to go and butter down the whole mountain and you really want to get that playful feel, you can either just undo this completely, or you can do up your laces a little bit loose. I personally never take this off. I know a lot of people do. Even if it's just loose, because at one point I do like the tongue to hit something. You know what I mean? I don't need to go all the way forward ever. So this boot is a 5 to 9 on the stiffness for a reason. And the reason why it's a 5 to 9 is that there's so many ways to customize the stiffness of this boot. So you got a left and a right tongue stiffener that come in both pairs. What that's going to do for you, my friend, is it's going to allow you to break in these boots a little bit faster and have a little bit more of that playful, more comfortable feeling at the beginning. So for me, out of the box, I take these out to help break it in. Once the boot is fully broken in, let's say after a month and it's a little bit softer and you're like, wow, my foot feels great inside of it, but it is a little bit loose again and I want that added stiffness, you can just throw these bad boys back in and your boot goes back to basically a new boot feel and it just stiffens up the whole boot. A couple things on the outside of this boot that I really like is that you got the vents here, which don't let anything in but lets the moisture out. Whoever invented this little airflow device is doing a great job because nothing's getting in but the air is getting out. Right here you're like, oh, what's up with the zipper? Well, the zipper right here closes in all your laces. Velcro's shut there. Now that that's all closed, you clip in your pant to this thing. Nothing's getting on your laces. If the laces get caked with ice, they melt. The melt goes into your boot. Your feet are wet. It's no good. I don't know how that wasn't invented sooner, to be honest. Like, we're snowboarding here. If you're a backcountry enthusiast, this is absolutely a game changer because it keeps your laces dry, no moisture in your boot. The tread on these boots, absolutely incredible. Check out that. Look at that tread. If you're hiking up a ridge, it's bulletproof. It got hammered with wind. It's really nice to have a boot that has grip because there's rocks all over the place and you just don't want to be slip sliding around. Not only great tread, but a toe box that if you're kicking your foot into the snow as hard as you can so you have grip, there's these little teeth right here for added grip that actually do really help. And if I rub my hand against there, that actually hurts. No toe pain. If you're snowmobiling and you're doubling on your snowmobile, you kind of hook your foot into the runnel. You can kind of lean back and let the boot do the work. So yeah, that's pretty much the outside of the boot other than it absolutely looking bomber. I love the colorway they did this year. Keep in mind that's all that's going to be showing because your pants are going to be down here because why would your pants be up here? You're snowboarding. What a beauty boot. All right, now let's go into the guts of this thing. Take off the power cuff strap, boom, put it aside, pull the tongue forward, undo the BOA, pull forward. Now you have access to the V3 liner. The V3 has a flash dry technology, which basically means the boot dries very quickly. Make sure that you take out your liners every day or have a really good pair of boot dryers. You always want to dry your boots out or they pack out, they stink. Trust me, dry your boots every time. The liner here has two little Velcro things right here. Boom, boom. Now you're locked in. Now this right here is one of my favorite things about these boots. The Pop Cush V3 is so comfy. Whoever designed this actually put a little bit of care and energy and time in designing this because there is so much extra durability on the outside and so much extra cushion on the ball of your heel, which we all know eventually you will overshoot something or knuckle a jump, and it's so nice to have that added cushion so you can avoid any heel bruise. Heel bruising is one of the most annoying injuries, so to have this V3 pop cush inside of this V3 liner really saves your foot from bruising. This blue stuff on the side, which is just this really nice foam, this durable, more high dense foam, and it locks in your ankle so you don't get heel lift, because I hate heel lift. I really like these Infuse boots. They're great. Check this out. That's a new boot. Boom, easy. The design on it's flawless. It's no excuses. Take it out, dry your liners. So this boot is a little bit more expensive. It's $550 Canadian, but if you're looking for something to buy once, this is your boot. I'm a big fan of buy nice or buy twice, as we all know buying cheap stuff is cheap stuff. So if you're looking for a premium all-terrain snowboard boot, the Infuse. Now, where can you buy these boots? You can buy these boots on vans.com, or you can support brick and mortar snow and skate shops, and you can go over to sourceboards.com and support a brick and mortar snow and skate shop that gives back to the community, that supports airtime. The Source does so much for the local communities, from supporting people like Cale Stevens and a Devin Walsh. This is actually Devin's snowboard. You can barely see his signature, but that's the type of shit we're dealing with over here. Brad Hepner gave me this board. Thanks, dog. If you have any questions about the Infuse, hit me in the comments. These are my Infuses from a couple years ago that I found in the garage. And the reason why I wanted to bring them here today is just to show you the durability of this boot. Everything is intact. Yeah, it's a little banged up, but that's from snowmobiling, and that's just me hanging on to the side of the sled for dear life. Insane. Like, look at the heels. The spines are intact. Boa's still working. Lace is still intact. Power cuff strap still going. I wear one pair of Vans boots a season. Pretty wild.
Hey, Danimals here. Hyped you guys are checking out the Vans Infuse boots. I love those boots, put a lot of confidence in them. I really take them with me anywhere, you know, from street trips, powder, jumping, slush in the springtime, ropes during preseason. Yeah, I don't feel like there's ever a reason that I need to swap out. You got a boa and a lace setup, so you get great heel hold, and I love that classic snowboard boot look with the laces. And yeah, I think you guys would love it. I hope you get a pair and try them out, and we'll see you later.
All right, next up is the Verse. The Verse is the highest end snowboard boot that Vans makes. I mean, very close and similar to the Infuse if you're looking for a high performance all mountain backcountry boot. I would say that the Infuse is a little bit more friendly if you want to be able to customize and get down to something that's a little bit more playful. This is definitely a little bit more backcountry focused. But let's just talk about the look. You got the gold boa? Come on.
Like, come on. You know what I mean? Look at that shit.
The attention to detail with the brown leather. There's probably like 3 or 4 different shades of brown on this boot. Blake Paul, if you don't know, natural selection rider, one of the best backcountry riders in the world. So if he's backing these boots, so am I.
What up, Blake Paul here. Thanks for checking out my new boot with Vans. The Verse is designed for kind of an all-mountain charger, powder, freestyle, big mountain. It can kind of work anywhere though. It's the stiffest boot offered in the line from Vans. Double boa offers a ton of support, responsiveness, and yeah, just overall comfort. Everything that this boot is about speaks to my riding, and happy to be involved with it. So yeah, thanks for checking it out.
Blake Paul absolutely crushed it. So last year was the first time in the 10 years I've been with Vans that I tried out the Parker Zamowski Verses that came out last year. I've never felt like I had the trust in boa to commit to 2 boas and to go as far as we do in the backcountry. And I always had this feeling of like, at least if my boa breaks, I'll have my laces. Well, over the last 18 years of snowboarding and the last 10 years in the backcountry, the laces have let me down more than my boas. The double BOA, as far as simplicity, is so nice. You get in and out of your car faster, getting ready in the morning to go snowmobiling. It just sped up the whole process, which I really liked. I also just wanted to show these boots similar to the Verse to just show you how well designed these boots are. Like, these are a year old, yet again, one season, one pair of boots, similar to the Verse, where these have over 100 days, yet again, sledding, hiking. I'm only going through one pair of boots a year. I feel like it's a nice thing to show the product being used for a full year and then showing that, you know, the product is still good. Because if you're going to pay $620 for a pair of boots, they better last, and they do. So once these boots are broken in, you throw these back in and you get a lot more life packed into the boot. And it's a really nice feature because maybe if you really like a stiffer boot, these out of the gates are stiffer. So when you break them in finally, you can throw these back in and you have that newish boot feel. You got the same tread, the same toe box. These are so important if you are a backcountry rider. Having a toe box that's stiff to be able to hike, climb, perform, sled is key, and they're really indestructible. And the way I know that they're pretty indestructible is that these boots are hanging on in the inside of my snowmobile in a metal area. You know what I mean? So my foot is shoved in on both sides of my snowmobile, and these are getting absolutely destroyed. And the fact that the toe box is in like crispy mint condition, nothing is peeling, no glue is falling off. Good job. You zip these to the top, you are good to go. You can pretty much just walk through the water. You know what I mean? These things are built for the mountains. Same as the Infuse, you got the V3 liner, flash dry technology, V3 footbed, same high performance insole and liner in this boot as the Infuse, which if you're going into the mountains and you want a boot that's just going to feel and look good. I do like that you can customize these boots to have a playful feel. Like, you don't need to do this boa up all the way, and you can have a little bit of that playful feel in your tongue area, which, you know, for days where it's like, I don't know, you're riding a power surfer or the park, is a nice option to have. I don't think it's as good as the Infuse as far as customizing the feel goes. These are a little bit more of like, if you're buying these, I would commit to more of like a performance backcountry boot. This is kind of the holy grail in my opinion. So to kind of conclude these two boots, if you're looking for something that's a little bit more customizable, I would recommend going with the Infuse. It also is a little bit cheaper. I mean, colorway is a big point, is if you like that style more, you know what I mean? You want to look good, feel good, ride good. If you're looking for something more backcountry specific, I would recommend the Verse. The Verse is definitely more of a backcountry specific boot. The Infuse is more of an all-around ATV boot. And there's definitely people that still just love running their laces, and there's definitely people who love running their boa. For me, I've switched. I love the Verse, but I am more of a backcountry full-time rider. I live in Whistler. I film in the backcountry quite a bit, so this boot just makes sense to me. If you're somewhere where you're still riding a lot of park, where you only get a couple days in the mountains, and you want something that can really fit all of your needs, I would go towards the Infuse. If you're looking for a woman's ATV boot, the Luna Pro. This boot, hybrid. It's got the boa, the laces, the power cuff strap. It's got the smart wool liner, which is going to allow your foot to breathe. That means it's got some wool. Wool allows things to breathe naturally. Absolutely gorgeous boot. If you're looking for something intermediate to advanced, that's a little bit more all mountain focused, I would recommend sinking into this boot. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous, and like, hot damn, it is a nice boot. Comfort, performance, it's about a 5 to 7 on the stiffness, so it is a little bit more of a softer boot. So if you like a little bit more of a playful ride, this boot, it's probably for you.
Hey, what's up? Ivika here. Thanks for checking out the Luna Pro boot. I've been riding it the whole preseason and I love it. It's great on the rails and also great on some bigger landings. Go grab a pair. Cheers.
if you have any questions, hit me up in the DMs or write me down there and be like, yo, like what boot should I get if I like this, or if my calves, I have a huge calf. It's absolutely massive. All right, well, hopefully that helps everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you found that helpful, tune in, subscribe, watch our other videos. Thank you for supporting the show, Vans. I will be riding these bad boys this year. Shout outs Blake Paul, my dog. Absolutely beautifully designed boot. And if you need to know where to get these boots, www.sourceboards.com. Support your local snowboard and skateboard shop. Hey, have you subscribed yet? You should subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, here's a little bit of like, let's do this. We're going to be giving away a pair of Vans snowboard boots in the comment section. Someone at random will be drawn through some sort of AI raffle thing, and someone's going to get selected to take home one of 3 pairs of these new Vans boots. Either the Verse, the Infuse, or the Luna Pro. So comment below for your chance to win, and make sure you subscribe, like, follow. Thank you. Cheers. All the best.